Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. XRP Crypto Wolf posting this just yesterday. XRP is now number 2 on the top 10 current trending searches. And so take a look at this, guys. The top 4 coins are all WEF coins. This one's Cardano number 1, XRP at number 2, Solana at number 3, and XLM at number 4. And Bitcoin made it here, number 5. Interesting considering what we have been seeing, what we've been witnessing in the crypto space as of the time of this recording. We are actually seeing a bit of a rebound for Bitcoin right now. It's trading just shy of $21,000. So even if I just throw this on the hourly real quickly here, you guys can see the trend is now moving upward for the King Crypto and for Ethereum as well. These were the two that took the brunt of the hit. If I bring up XRP on the chart, it was already faring quite well. We had seen that the dominance for XRP had surged compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. I talked about it a little bit in yesterday's video. I'll link that video up here in the top right-hand corner if you guys didn't catch that. Well, now it's looking like Bitcoin and Ethereum are catching up, and so, this is positive, although I am starting to think now that, more people are realizing, even the retail traders now, realizing that the coins that are going to solve problems are going to be the ones to be paying attention to in the future. I mean, we've been getting warnings from all kinds of players in the crypto space, and I know even within the XRP community, we've been hammering this point home for years now. So, trending searches, 4 of the 6 coins here are WEF coins. Interesting note there. Wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for pointing that out. Also, guys, this one from Michael at Val5Links, just an update with the Celsius network here. Celsius says it needs more time to recover financial position. Celsius has addressed its recent financial turmoil in a blog post in which the firm said stabilizing its liquidity will take time. So for those of you guys who are first American citizens and do have money trapped on the Celsius network, there may be a way for you guys. To see if you can get your money. I did a video on it last week. I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. And it would be a way that you'd be able to do that legally. So if you're interested in that, check that out. Celsius, though, here's the latest update. Celsius froze withdrawals on its platform over a debilitating liquidity crisis 1 week ago. Now the crypto lending network has said it needs more time to recover its financial position. And the quote goes as such: "We want our community to know that our objective continues to be stabilizing our liquidity and operations. This process will take time." They also stated that they're maintaining open communication with regulators and officials regarding their decision to pause withdrawals, swaps, and transfers between user accounts. The company cited extreme market conditions for the suspension. It also paused Twitter Spaces and Ask Me Anything sessions so it can focus on other matters at hand. Another quote here: "Acting in the interest of our community remains our priority, and we will continue to work around the clock." Celsius generates revenue and thus yield for its users by rehypothecating customer deposits, but centralized lenders like Celsius can be forced to exit their various positions when withdrawal requests outweigh its liquid reserves. And this is exactly what happened with Celsius. So they are looking to wrong the rights. I mean, I'm still following this story. Seeing what's happening here with this, I think is symptomatic of the entire market as a whole. We're starting to see, first there was the Luna collapse, now Celsius, and the Fed isn't really helping matters either. I did a video this morning where I talked a little bit about that at the top of the video, and I'll link that up here if you guys didn't catch this morning's video. Liquidation has been an issue across markets, including crypto, said Fernando Martinez, head of America's digital asset platform OSL. To help explore its financing options, Celsius reportedly hired banking giant Citigroup and law firm Akin Gump, Strauss, Hauer, and Feld last week. It's a long name. Recent chaos in crypto markets has been exacerbated by players in the industry facing these kinds of financial difficulties. Investor anxiety unraveled as Celsius paused withdrawals and transfers on June the 12th, followed by hedge fund firm Three Arrows Capital facing potential insolvency. So, it's a cascading effect, guys, and the dominoes have fallen. I can understand where people are feeling a little uncertain about this, but, even if you're down on your investment and you were one of the people that got in maybe in 2020 or 2021, now's a great opportunity to down cost average, with XRP being just shy of 33 cents. Obviously, we have not seen that price since early 2021, late 2020, early 2021, in and around the time when the lawsuit was originally brought on by the SEC. And XRP is not the only cryptocurrency, obviously, where you can down cost average. Many other cryptos in the market, everything's pretty much down, including the King Crypto Bitcoin, of course, now hitting former all-time high levels. So when you can see everything is down, Well, isn't this a great time to buy? Especially when the projects have real-world utility. Here's some Ripple news, guys, real quickly here from Ant1, Ripple Payment Partner News, actually. WorldPay was recently acquired by the U.S. fintech company Fidelity National Information Services, Inc. Also make note here that FIS is also a Ripple Labs partner and has already worked with Ripple prior to the acquisition of WorldPay, since WorldPay is now working with Amazon Pay. And so, guys, here's the latest update here with regards to real-time payments. Real-time demand will boost EU open banking payments. This coming from WorldPay's GM. Just a quote from him, "We are going to be moving much more to real-time payments across the industry," he says, "and account-to-account payments will put some pressure on the historical schemes to speed up the way that they sell to both the acquirer and to the merchant. And that is good for the whole ecosystem." So this coming from Pete Wickles, General Manager EMEA at WorldPay. When it comes to security, one might assume that the banking model around sharing account details with third parties would expose consumers to heightened fraud risk. But as Wickles said, people are increasingly recognizing that open banking can actually be more secure than entering card details, which comes with its own fraud risks. Contactless payments are also on the rise, particularly in the UK, where contactless now accounts for more than a quarter of all payments, according to UK Finance, after the limit was increased from £45 to £100 during the pandemic. So WorldPay also, modernizing their systems, and this article just talks a little bit more about that. If you guys are interested, I will link this in the description of the video. Again, WorldPay, a Ripple client, and FIS, also a Ripple partner here, mentioned later in this article. All these companies, crypto companies, now turning over. And guys, here's another one just to bring to your attention with regards to Solana. Sol is about to get liquidated. A whale has deposited 5.7 million Solana, estimated at about $170 million, and borrowed 108 million USDC and USDT. And to prevent this, they are proposing to literally steal the user's funds and execute OTC trades. So this is, again, another example of why this industry still needs some finishing touches. So this coming from Dagnum PI here, emergency power to Solend Labs to temporarily take over the account so the liquidation can be executed OTC and avoid pushing Solana to its limits. This would be done via a smart contract upgrade. Emergency powers will be revoked once the whale's account reaches a safe level. What just happened with Sol and Solend protocol proves that proof-of-stake consensus doesn't work, and you can't truly have decentralization, and the same thing is likely to happen with Ethereum once the merge to proof-of-stake happens. I believe the future of DLT will be built around trust. So we know RippleNet obviously on a different system here, and these are just examples of where the proof-of-stake is not working. Dagnum PI goes on to say, DAG Pro consensus algorithm works using reputation and transitive trust to secure the network. So PRO greater than proof of stake and proof of work. He gives a short overview here, linked in this tweet thread, which I will link in the description of the video. Single whale accounted for 90% of the votes. Insane. Decentralized my butt. This is the future of proof of stake versus proof of work. And Dagnum PI just responding to that tweet from Bitcoin Badger down here saying, yep, absolutely crazy that one vote did this. So much for decentralized networks. So we're seeing a lot of problems, and because of whales and a domino effect, because we do not know what this whale is also invested in, what else is going on in his life financially or otherwise, why at this point in time, when you're claiming something's decentralized and you have whales owning large portions, well then what does that become? It becomes a centralized system, even if on paper it's supposed to be decentralized. So another interesting update here with regards to the Solana network, JV also mentioning this, so this is what could happen to Ripple's escrow if they decide to start dumping or acting in a way that's not in the best interest for the XRP ecosystem. Retweeting out Watcher Guru's tweet, Solana-based protocol Solend has voted to temporarily control the largest whale's account to mitigate liquidation risks. So with regards to what's happening with Solana, he's suggesting that this could happen with the XRP escrow. Hugh Breslin here down here saying, to my knowledge, that isn't possible on the XRPL except for an issued IOU. Correct me if I'm wrong. And David Schwartz also chiming in here saying, if you can convince the community to make rule changes, you can change the code in any way they'll accept. Nothing is set in stone. Decentralized systems are very democratic because there's no way to force the majority to accept anything they won't agree to. So highlighting here how the XRPL is different. I think it's important to note because, there are so many different types of blockchains, and It's very difficult for those who may not have been in the community for as long to understand that, Bitcoin is not the same as XRP, and that's not the same as Solana, so on and so forth. And especially for regulators, right, trying to understand the concepts of all these tokens, I think they are jumping to conclusions in a lot of ways. So we are in a bit of a stormy situation at the moment, so I thought I'd just bring up the Bearable Guy ship riddle from a couple of years back now. I can see somebody edited it and put Gary Gensler's face here on the king, whose plans have been thwarted with a wrench. And I felt like we had already weathered the storm, but it feels like we are going through another storm right now. Now, I mean, to be fair, XRP is kind of nearing the end of the lawsuit, and this could be really good for utility coins like XRP. At this point in time, Bearable Guy was saying, look, we are getting close to the end of it, but will the crypto industry's decimation in 2022, and I don't mean the entire crypto market, but 99% of the coins out there, they're pretty much going to disappear. That right there, the demise of those particular cryptos and those projects, coupled with clarity in the end of the XRP lawsuit, is that the catalyst we need in order to get true value being pumped into real coins? Well, guys, I also saw this from the breath in Joe's nostrils here on Twitter. What are the chances of the 3 colors Christine Lagarde is wearing? They're green, purple, and gold. This was a post from just yesterday, guys, from Christine Lagarde. I was humbled to be awarded an honorary degree by the London School of Economics earlier this week. Thank you so much for this prestigious honor. Receiving this degree from my former colleague and somebody currently over there at the London School of Economics. Here it is, guys, Christine Lagarde accepting her award, wearing a green dress, purple cape, and a purple and yellow gown. Do these colors have any other meaning to you? Well, going back all the way to 2018 and the original Bearable Guy Castle Riddle. BTC in green, XRP in purple, USD in orange or yellow, yellowy orange. Same with the sales from the ship riddle as well. There's definitely significance to these colors. We've been looking into it for years now, and now, what are the chances that she's wearing those exact colors at this event? And does the London School of Economics have anything to do with a broader plan, perhaps, to integrate RippleNet and XRP into a future financial system? Well, Conspira XRP theorist here posting this. Just throw a little gas onto the fire. The honorary degree is from the London School of Economics, and Ripple is part of the Digital Pound Foundation. Well, yeah, that's also true. But JMVA down here saying, what is the statistical probability? And somebody actually figures that out. 11 basic color names, 165 possible 3 color combinations. This coming from Alpha Abigail here on Twitter. So there is a 1 out of 165 chance she would wear that color combination. Relatively high odds. KG down here saying, I do not see green. However, if you guys look real closely here, Christine Lagarde's dress is green. So, things that make you go, Also, somebody mentioned, it was Enigma Ridworld. The cloaks look eerily familiar to the interior castle riddle that Bearable Guy posted with the knight in gold. The knight has made his way in the castle. These cloaks on these individuals, similar to what we're seeing here in terms of a graduation gown. So Christine Lagarde gets her honorary degree from the London School of Economics, now the president of the ECB, once the president of the IMF. Originally, at that time, that's when Bearable Guy originally produced these riddles. So are there more to these colors than meets the eye? Have we figured out all the possible meanings? Put it down in the comments if you guys can think of more, and please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.